Hi, this is Eric with ForgeCon Conclusions. Today we're going to be repairing a fish pendant. So this is our fish pendant. It's brass, silver, and then underneath we have silver jump rings that have all been soldered together. So this went through a little bit of turmoil and now it's pretty uneven and it's segmented. It's supposed to be able to move, and because the links are all squared up and distorted, the fish is no longer able to move properly. So our goal today is to repair all of these so that way the fish is able to move properly. And then we're going to go through and we're going to polish up the fish, remove any of the deep scratches, and make it functional again. So what we're doing is we're removing the fish pieces. So I have my little diagram just in case, and the jump rings on these, because they're work hardened, among other things, the solder joints on these jump rings are basically like breaking. So we have our fish here. It's in pieces now. So you can see how creased this is. So there's a couple things that we have to do. We have to smooth this over so that way it's less damaged. So we've shaped up our fish so that way it's less bent. So basically by striking it with the soft mallet, we're using nylon in our instance, so it has a nylon edge so it doesn't mar up the metal. So after doing that, we've got the fish in a better state, and now we can worry about the jump rings, finding out what solder they used, and just kind of going from there. At this point in time, we're going to basically remove all of this stuff, just replace all the jump rings, and make this, completely proper. So we made some jump rings and then cut them in half. So now we've got our new jump rings. This is an example of what it was before. So they're basically all destroyed. So we made new ones. And we're at the point now where we're going to remove the old solder and we're going to hard solder the new jump rings onto the core. So this area is going to heat up more slowly than the edge. And this will be a good place to put a hard solder point. And then we'll leave these open so that way we can attach each fish to the next piece, and then we'll go through and easy solder. All right, so we have our fish and we've removed the jump rings. So now we're worried about like the placement. So using the holes that are on the fish, we marked out where the jump rings are going to be, and then put a little like drill mark. Like if you were going to put like a post on for an earring, you'd want to put a little bit of a divot. We're going to put solder onto this and solder one side of each jump ring, and then we'll move on to the next step from there. we have our fish. It now has jump rings on it, new ones. So we could definitely see the difference going from this kind of sad looking squish thing to these nice ones here. So at this point in time, we can connect these to the jump rings, and then we can follow up with solder that's at a lower melting point than the hard solder. The fish is back together now. We interlaced all the pieces together and now it properly articulates. The next step, we're gonna easy solder all the joints on the end, and then we can continue on with polishing. Our fish is done being soldered. So now we're at the point where this has to be cleaned up and just polished so that way everything's nice and shiny and as close to its original state as possible. All right, well, thanks for joining us today as we fixed this fish. This is Eric with Forge Gone Conclusions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share.